Okay. Looks like we're live. Check the TV. Yes. Hello, everybody. Happy Halloween. I have something very disappointing to tell you. I am not in costume. I know. I promised everyone I would be in costume. The problem is the costume hates me and hurts a lot. I wore it most of the day, and when I finally got to take it off when I got home, there's no way I'm putting that thing back on my body. Hey, Adam. Hey, Twitch. Welcome in. I do have pictures of my costume that I'm going to show you guys on camera. I don't know how it's going to work. But if you want me to post them on my channel as a community post, I will. But I'm kind of in costume. I'm wearing a tank top and my hat. But the bustier, or whatever you want to call it, the corset, it hurt way too much. Yeah, long time no see. How have you been? Hey, tarantulas. So, this was me today. There we go. And this is me. Hold on, I gotta mute something. Mute. In my helmet hat. I promised to post them in the community tab. I just cannot put that thing. It hurts so much. Oh, it went great. Everyone loved it. He's here. He's here. Clyde is here. Oh, this way. Say hello to Clyde. Oh, I gotta go the opposite way than I know. This way. Here's Clyde. The pumpkin from last night. He is here with us today. So yeah, I'm sorry about not having a costume on, but I just couldn't. I'm sorry. It hurt a lot. But I am wearing a lot of the outfit anyway. With that said, yes, I will do a community post since you guys want that. But since this is about a princess, hey, Dr. Volk, I decided, how would you guys think about me wearing my princess crown during the stream, since we are, the story my husband told last night, guys, everything's fine. What he was told wasn't all the truth. The husband is fine. What they said happened did not happen. They are with their family right now, because the house that they do live in was absolutely devastated by the hurricane. They can't live in the house. It's unlivable. The floors are falling in. The roof is falling in. There's mold and mildew literally everywhere. Nothing is safe in that house. And so the wife called my husband in a panic. She doesn't know English very well, and so a lot of things got misconstrued. So the family is fine. They're with family. He's fine. Everyone's fine. Everybody is fine. So, so thank you, Sunflowers, for asking. I wanted to tell you guys, everything is fine now. So, but yeah, how do you guys feel about me being a princess tonight, since it's, Slay the Princess tonight? So just put my princess crown on. How's that? Is that better? Let me see. Let me make sure I got all of the stuff. There we go. All of the stuff. I even have these gigantic star earrings on. It is. It's all good. Everything is fine. The family is fine. And now they're with extended family. So yes, very much a relief. I don't think I have this on correctly because everything is backwards. Everything is backwards. Okay, straight forward. There we go. Everyone is doing good. My son is having Halloween parties with his friends tonight. And of course, my husband is still in Florida. Nana is enjoying scary movies with the dogs. And I am here with you guys. Yes, I am now Princess Amelia. Okay, so this game is going to be very interesting. It's psychological, so they have a content warning here that I thought I could read to you guys, and then we can get started. But before I do that, hold on. There we go. Okay, here we are. Hello, Rizzy. Welcome in, sweetheart. I immediately thought of the Lego movie. I'm so glad you finished early. Welcome in, Shabelle. It's been a while since we've had you here, sweetheart. I'm so glad you're here. This is a horror game, and it is not intended for all audiences. Please visit our website if you need to list specific content warnings. The Slay the Princess contents flickering images effects as well as parallax effects. So if you have any of these issues, you guys, we can turn some stuff off. Just please make sure you tell me if you're having any issues. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart to see them through. There are no premature endings. So basically, there are no wrong decisions, and there are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. So basically, every decision we make affords us a different ending, which then affords us a new beginning, because the game just keeps looping around itself. Every time we end one story, a new one begins. Kind of like that book, when you read a book and you change the story. Yes, it is. Hey, Redo! Yes, it's Redo. Hey, everybody, welcome in. Welcome in, Keith and BB. So here it is. Here is Slay the Princess, and we're going to start a new game. You guys ready? Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. Happy Halloween, Keith!
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
So, I think that we, as you guys and me, can all kind of decide how this game is going to go, if you don't mind. I don't think I'll let you guys choose every decision, but I think maybe every major decision we can all have a vote or something. Oh, it's giving us our first. Okay, explore. The end of the world? What are you talking about? Explore. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Explore. Killing a princess seems kind of bad enough, though, doesn't it? Explore. You can't somebody else do this? The next option is, forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward by doing this? Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off monarchs. Viva la revolution! Okay, here's our first decision. The end of the world. What are you talking about? I think I'm more interested in what he's talking about.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
But how can a princess locked away in a basement in the world? If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her. Do you have any evidence to back this up? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world, is because she's locked up? Killing a prince. Okay, so they're giving us. I want to know why. I'm inquisitive. I love games where the narrative is a major. Yes, this is. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I think you guys are going to really enjoy this. This one. If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not killing her. This would be me. I'd be like, you got to tell me. I'm inquisitive.
She's not dangerous.
Oh.
She's just a princess.
Oh.
The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it.
Why? What happens if she gets out? I want specifics. That would be so me. Do you have any evidence to back this up? Have you considered that maybe the only reason okay, I think I like this one.
The more specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her, because listening to her is in their nature. And when they do, everything will come crashing down.
It's very pretentious. Do you have any evidence?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
But how do we get here? Forget it, I'm not doing this.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
I don't have to do anything. I'm American. You don't like being told what to do. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
You don't know me. He acts like he knows me.
Maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Well, maybe I am. You're wanting to kill a princess. Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress?
I wouldn't slay them either.
If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to
Ben.
society.
Did Bat finish? I'm trying to get out of there. What do you guys think? I want to know what you guys think. Oh, look at that princess. Yes, I am a princess today. Can't someone else do it? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Oh, here we go. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. And if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had a chance to meet her face to face. Brezzy, you've missed a lot of toilet screaming. Okay, I think I like this one.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning.
You can see my
If
windows.
you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Honeyed words. Hear that?
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
I don't even know you, dude.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Yes, he's gone to feed the trick-or-treat. Aw. Salt, where's Pepper? Listen to Sunflowers, you're so clever.
You make your way up the short
What is this? Oh, these are the choices we've made. I like that. It logs our choices.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Wait, the voice of the hero and the voice of the narrator are the same?
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, Rezi, if you want to see the toilet rage of Ben, watch his Punch-Out games when he's fighting Pop Soda guy. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Lost Pepper, had to go for Paprika instead. Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Sunflowers, I think you'd really like Salt. He's really funny. Hold on a second. Oop, I didn't do that right. That should work. Yeah, you need to.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I want to see her first.
The door
Oh,
to
it
the
didn't
basement
work. I'll need to
creaks
find out
open,
why.
revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I want to know who this guy is. Thank you, Art.
Her
Welcome
voice
in.
softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Ooh. Can I go down there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Thank you, Art.
Don't let
Welcome
it fool
in.
you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
It's my game. Just checking in on you. I'm here to save you. Lie and say, I'm here to save you. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you. Continue down the stairs. Okay, so what do you guys think? Is it hello? Just hi? Just checking in on you. This is us responding to the princess. I think I need to move my camera. I'm here to save you. You can lie to her and say that you're going to save her, that we're here to kill her, or that we're just going to continue down the stairs. What do you guys think? Hey, Cloud, welcome in. I think I just want to say hello.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on, let's talk a bit first. I'll see what I can do. Examine the change. Okay, guys, this is our first one for you guys. Since I've only got two options, do we just talk to her, or do we like examine the chains? Do we get close, or do we just have a chit chat? Now, remember, we don't know anything, and I honestly don't know anything about this game except for that it loops upon itself, and every beginning and ending changes depending on your decisions. I don't think my bot is working tonight. Is it? No, there he is. I don't know why he didn't do Salt's tag. Oh, well, get you out of those chains, all right. I want to talk to her first. You want to talk to her first? Okay, Dr. Volk wants to talk to her first. That's good.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to talk to her. What's your name? Yes, that's a perfect question to ask somebody.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Clyde. Do you not know your name?
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
It's your name. What's your name?
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Why can't you tell me your name?
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
Princess Piper. So is Princess your name? I don't like that she has to think about what her name is. That's suspicious to me.
Like I said, You can call me Princess if you'd like.
Huh.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking? I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better. While I decide what to do. I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. This doesn't add up. And it isn't worth the risk taking the word over the potential fate of the world. Go back upstairs and retrieve the blade. I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. What do you guys think? I think the Pac-Man coming is really good. Isn't it though, Ben? It's really cool I like this game. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I was sent here to slay you. I like the honesty one. I like this one though too. If I'm the first person that has seen you in a while, what have you been eating and drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Oh, it most certainly does. You're alive and healthy and well, but what have you been eating? Who's been taking care of you?
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
It's not. Hi there, chat. I'm probably going to lurk because... Yes, baby, you don't have to talk. You just be there, be your sweet self, and just enjoy. You want to trust because she's pretty princess. You have a paranoid about her weirdness, expecting an evil twist with her, but maybe it's just a red herring. Exactly, that's where I'm at, Ben. That's where I'm at. You're catching on.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Right? Right? Like, what has she been eating?
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
Do you want to tell us what it is?
I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
Again, what have you been eating and drinking? And have you been going to the bathroom? These are the real questions.
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
I was sent here to slay you. Here we go. You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever comes out of her. Hold on. Didn't I just choose something? But I don't think you're actually dangerous, but I wanted to see you for myself. I'm still not sure what I believe.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to
T?
hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
How do you know? You haven't been a part of it. This is
I
also
don't
very
remember much
fascinating.
about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
What do you guys think? Apple cider? Is it warm?
How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
No. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure they have their reason. Who are they, by the way, for keeping that information secret from me? No, which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous. Remain silent. This one. What are you going to do if I let you out? All right, Ben. No, but I'm sure there have been reasons. Okay, I think that this one.
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
What I do doesn't really matter, right?
It does.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that, and I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
Sus.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
What is your hatred of Monarch? I won't kill you, but I can't just set you free. It's too risky. What if I stayed for a while and just kept you company? Maybe then everyone could be happy. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Keep her locked away. I'm sorry. I just can't trust you. This doesn't add up, and it isn't worth the risk to take your word over the potential fate of the world. Go back upstairs and retrieve the blade. I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. Okay, I'm going to get you out of here. Don't make me regret this. All right, guys. Do we release her? Do we go back upstairs and get the blade? Or do we stay with her? What do you guys think? This is a toughie because... All right, Keith, get some rest. I hope you feel better. Because she doesn't know her name. She hasn't been eating or drinking, and she's been down here so long that she's forgotten even what the world is like. Who put her down here and why? Blade? I got someone who, Sunflower says Blade. She's down here for a reason, and we don't know why. Something is off about her. Okay. Alright, I've got 3 for the blade, so let's go get the blade. Go back upstairs, retrieve the blade without saying a word.
Thank you.
Oh, look at her face.
You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
Ooh, her voice changed.
You better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Ooh.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I were you. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all. You slowly creep down the basement stairs. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen. Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
I think we got off on the wrong foot. Do you think we can start over? She's lost an arm. I'm locked her down there, and letting her bleed out. Let's finish this. Where did she even go? I'm looking in the background. I don't see her. Where did she go? I'm locking her down there and letting her bleed out. I don't think that's the I think we got off on the wrong... Oh my goodness. Finish it. Okay.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she? As you step towards the severed limb, you hear the pattering of feet behind you, soft against the basement. You turn to chase after the princess, but she's fast and has too much of a lead. She slams the door. No!
I hit the button too fast. I'm sorry, guys.
Thanks for letting me out. I'd return the favor, but I think we both know that I can't trust you to let me stay free.
With those parting words, the princess walks away, her quiet footsteps eventually fading as she leaves you and the cabin to rot. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. You don't know how much time passes before the end, but eventually it comes.
We have a knife. We can't, like, chisel our way out of the door. Come on now.
The world ends, and you end with it.
I know. I'm with you, Dr. Volk. I'm like, surely we could have jimmied the lock. Chapter 2, The Witch. See, that's it, though. The game doesn't end because you make a mistake.
In the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
It changes. And
in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So now the story will be different because of the choices we made in our previous one. Yes.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
All right.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Okay.
Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
The voice of an optimist, not the hero this time. We're optimists because I thought the best of her and didn't kill her right away, so now we're optimists. Right? Choose your own adventure books. Salt knows what I'm talking about. And Goosebumps, yes. Proceed to the cabin. It's interesting that we're optimists and not heroes. Hey, Johnny. Welcome in.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happens to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
All right, welcome in and happy Halloween, Johnny. I carved that last night, by the way. All right.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Here's Johnny! Explorer, you didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the muddy shelf, the blade sitting on the muddy shelf, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
What?
There's definitely a mirror.
That's the voice of the hero. I thought we were the voice of the optic. Which one is it?
But he says there isn't one.
There's two people here.
Gotta count for something, right?
Wait. We have a hero and an optimist. I've changed my YouTube name from John to Where's Johnny? Hey, Lydia, welcome in, sweetheart. I trust my eyes. Why would he lie about there not being a mirror? What's the point? I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It does matter. Don't you care if we're being lied to? If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us?
What if he doesn't see it? Let's just grab the blade and kill her.
He's pretty much in charge here. When have authority figures ever lied about anything? If there were a mirror in this cabin and we were supposed to look at it, he would have told us about it.
No.
I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
It's gone.
But there was a mirror a second ago. Well, at least we can all agree now that there's nothing to see here. Case closed. Good work, everyone.
What? Take the blade. Just take the blade.
Take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it.
Good point.
That's not actually a bad idea. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below.
Really
The
hits
ceiling
home
is
right
thick
now,
with
doesn't it?
roots that hang like locks of tangled hair.
I'm doing very well, Lydia. Happy Halloween to you, sweetheart. I hope you're having a wonderful day.
The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Interesting.
Silence, I see. Don't think I've forgotten about you. I recognized the sound of your nervous little footsteps as soon as they came into my home. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
I've done absolutely nothing.
She must have you confused with someone else.
We did nothing.
She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is.
She's over here. That's awesome, Lydia.
Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
This is interesting to me because the Optimist is here because of the decisions we made in the prior game. Because I wanted to know more, so that's why we have the Optimist. This is fascinating to me. Sorry.
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess.
Hey, Retro Kez, welcome in, honey.
Fine. You're the boss. Thank you.
She looks like a demon.
Descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below.
Look at her feet.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other.
Yeah, look at those feet. Can anyone see her feet?
Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it.
I wish they had different voices for the different people. Yes, it is.
Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us?
Can we please just get on with it?
Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now. so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
I'm sorry about last time. Look, I made a mistake. We'll all make mistakes, right? I'm sure you've made mistakes. Don't worry. The blade isn't for you, or not for killing you. We've got to get you out somehow, right? I get the sense that you're not happy with me. I didn't do anything to you last time. You're the one who locked me away until I died. I died last time. You didn't. If anyone here shouldn't be trusted, it's you. Look, I know. Things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than the both of us at work. We should team up. Ooh. Can't you get out of those on your own? Those chains didn't stop you last time. Why do you have a nagging feeling you've stabbed me in the back if I help you out of there? I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's something broken trust. Take this as a gesture of my goodwill. Give her the blade. I don't trust you, not enough to free you, and definitely not enough to get close to you. I'm leaving. Bye. Leave her in the basement. I'd like to be straightforward with my intentions. I didn't care for how you treated me last time, and I think you might be in danger to the world. I'm going to attack you now. Slay the princess. Arguing with the voices in your head sounds like a typical weekday to me. Not happy with me. And slay the princess. Should we just slay her, or should we have a convo? Alright, cuz, go have fun. Don't worry, the blade isn't for you. Say nothing and just slay her.
Without uttering a word, you charge the princess.
I bet she kills us.
So much for finding an easy way out. I can't believe you're making us work for it.
Better a violent fool than a plotting coward. Better for me, at least.
She's probably gonna kill us. Look, she has a tail and everything.
As you close the distance, readying your strike, the princess's chain falls from her wrist.
We got an award for this.
She takes advantage of your split second of surprise and throws a fistful of dirt into your eyes.
Which hand is ours? There's one down here that looks like it's ours. That can't be her hand. Look at our hand, you guys. This is our hand right here. Do you see this? We're monsters.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. It's a shame we're playing opposite teams. This is why you couldn't just abandon her here. Left to her own devices, she would always find a way out. Now stop her.
You must have known I would be ready for you. Deep in your heart, you know the same things about me I know about you. We're both so very awful.
Oh, are we?
As you brush the silt from your eyes, the princess tackles you, flattening you against the dirt floor.
We were always going to kill each other here, weren't we? I can't trust you, and you can't trust me, and those dots spin and spin and spin into hate.
She buries her teeth deep into your chest, tearing at. Right, she's distracted. Stab her in the back. In for a penny, right? Why not? As the princess rips meat from bone, you plunge your weapon into her unprotected back.
Ha, you bastard! Even face to face, you find a way to stab me in the back. I know you, and you're hideous, absolutely wretched. Just like me.
Maybe we are the same. So what? Throw her off us. Kick her in the shins.
Look at our arm. We have fur from our shoulder to our elbow on our arm right here. Look at it. We have fur. We're not even human.
We don't have to fight so dirty. Of course we do. Fighting clean won't help us win. Takes a wretch to know a wretch, and we're all at the bottom of the barrel here. There's no point in pretending otherwise. Are we? At the bottom of the barrel? We've got dirt in our eyes and a chunk of us chewed out. If that's not the bottom of the barrel, what is?
Maybe he is a werewolf. We are not human, you guys.
No arguments here. You're doing great. Keep playing dirty if that's what it takes. But if we win, we won't be at the bottom anymore.
These guys talk
We'll
so
climb
much.
A little higher. And once we start climbing, well, who knows where we'll stop. You'll stop right here if you keep daydreaming. Don't let yourself get distracted thinking about what comes after. None of us ever said we stopped fighting. What a low and vicious fight it is.
See?
Eyes gouged, skin scratched bloody, hair ripped and nails broken. Every rule there ever was in the Book of Honourable Combat. Both you and the princess have broken 12 times over.
Ooh. Well, thank you.
That's nice and all, but are we winning?
Look at our arm.
Nobody's winning. I thought playing dirty was supposed to give you the upper hand, but I suppose that doesn't work if you both sink to the same lows. Still, at least you're not losing.
Are we?
The princess cackles maniacally as the fracas continues. But behind her cackle, you hear the low groan of warping wood.
Yeah, I did.
Wait, what's going on? We're establishing a newer, better packing order.
What?
No, the groaning thing. Why is the wood making noise? Who cares about the groan?
I
It's the
care.
sound. Things make sounds all the time. I care about the groan. Doesn't that mean something bad is happening? Oh, yes, well, I'm afraid that's the sound of the basement getting smaller.
The basement getting... Why is the basement getting smaller?
Do you hear that, you pathetic wretch? Those are the roots of the wild, and they're coming to choke the breath from your lungs and squeeze the life out of you.
What?
Excuse me, what?
What?
You and the princess disengage for a brief moment, just long enough to get your bearings. Behind you, the basement door has been sealed over, thick roots barring your only exit from the dirt pit. And slowly, but very perceptibly, the roots are closing in on you both.
That's right. They're coming for you. And they won't stop until there's nothing left down here but them.
What about you? They'll crush you just as easily as they crush me. Make them stop. You can make them stop, right? We're not animals, we're people. But are we? We can work this out. We can make things right. I take it all back. I can help you get out of here. No, give up and await the death. Go out fighting. This one.
As long as you suffer while you die, I'll gladly suffer with you. Especially if I get to see it happen.
Interesting.
This doesn't help anyone. I can't believe she'd kill us both just to spite me. See? This is exactly why you've been tasked
She does
to
have a
slay
tail.
her. She's an antisocial monster who'll gladly burn the whole world for her satisfaction. The roots grow ever closer. We know. We can see them.
Let's just go out fighting.
You attack the princess once more, and once more
Let's
the
just
two
go
of you
out
fall
fighting.
into a vicious brawl. The basement continues to shrink as you fight, but neither of you pay it any more mind. Not until it's too late. The roots twist around you both, binding your limbs and rendering you helpless. As your fates close in, all you can do is watch her, and all she can do is watch you. At first it's almost gentle. The two of you lifted delicately off the ground. But the cradle of the growing roots soon gives way to tightness. And that tightness gives way to bulging pressure as they begin to constrict.
It reminded me of Undertale's little upchuck, little sarcasms that they used to do. Oh,
The sound of creaking wood is drowned out by the snaps and pops of your bones, pain flooding your senses as you feel your skin deform, being shaped unnaturally by the living basement.
so it's fine.
Tears well up in the princess's eyes, her own bones splintering and flesh swelling with trapped blood. But still, she smiles through it all.
She smiles through it all.
I can't wait to do this again. You wretched little thing. I hate you, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
Interesting. Are we in some weird loop?
Pressure is unbearable. You can't breathe, your vision swimming with red, your head pounding as everything tightens.
He's had a lot of them, Ben. You should check out his channel and just scroll through all his stuff. If you're looking for NES games, Dr. Volk is your library.
And then you pop. Everything goes dark. And you die.
Dr. Volk, Ben is interested in playing a bunch of NES games. And I know that's right up your alley.
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge. His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that?
No, it's not. They did. You should try those, Ben. The NES Castlevania games.
That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here? I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
Well,
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped.
she's talking about the narrator.
He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do? Sure, there's no reason to keep secrets. Someone decided to go in guns blazing last time, and that someone got us killed. And what should we have done? Let you draw things out with all that conniving? Everyone knows a straight fight is best. It's honest.
I'm wondering if this game kind of... okay. If I was to play this game all by myself, with no influences, and played it with the choices 100% me, with no influencing, I'm wondering if this game kind of shows you your personality. Because so far it's shown me that I'm an optimist, and now stubborn, which I am both. That's just my hypothesis for this game so far. I think that's what's happening with this psychological horror, is that it's kind of showing you who you are with the choices that you make. Yeah.
There's no need to bicker about it. I wasn't trying to start anything. I don't mind what happened to us. I kind of like it now that we aren't actively being crushed. Yeah, now that you mention it, this isn't so bad. And it's not like the fight is what killed us anyway, it was the cabin. No point worrying about who charged who when that place ground us all into paste in the end. The princess included.
It was a fitting end. I'm sorry if it hurt, but doesn't this make it all seem so small?
Interesting.
I see. So the cabin ground you into paste, and now you're convinced you're stuck together. What a mess.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
It did say it was a love story at the beginning. This game is fascinating to me. This thing is watching us What is he? I think it's the narrator. Why should anyone do anything right now? This is fine. I like being this. Why are you being nice to me? Don't you hate me? Don't we sort of hate each other? Yeah, Salt is great. He's so hilarious. He's got a really good sense of humor. I can feel the pressure of the outside pushing in on us. What are we supposed to do about it? This is how we're supposed to be, but what do we do now? Whatever we are right now is an abomination and I want out. I don't like this. I'm supposed to be me, and I'm supposed to be something that isn't me. Okay, you narrator, how do I stop her? Do nothing. This is an interesting plot. I bet a three-way dance. Yeah. This thing watching us, what is he? This one? And this one are the two that I want to say. He is incredible. That's a good point too, Dr. Volk. I'm torn between this thing watching us and why are you being nice to me? Don't you hate me? Don't you sort of hate each other? I like when Seamus makes an appearance, except for when he makes the squeaky toys or the bottles that crackle. Other than that, Seamus is great. That's Salt's dog. Cute little doggy. This one.
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the doubting and the hatred and the schemes. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Ooh, I touched a nerve. Sounds good, Ben. Have some sleep. Good night.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now?
Trigger!
So petty. We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
She went Karen on us for just a second.
Spoken like, honestly, a real puppet master. Have we considered that maybe she's the one trying to trick us?
Yeah, he is. But in the cutest ways.
I'm not.
But there's a feeling, isn't there? That petty feeling she mentioned, it is fuzzy, but is there. Almost like she still hates us.
Mm-hmm.
It feels mutual.
Please, stop. If you pay attention to that feeling, we'll fall apart. Don't look at it!
Ooh.
She's trying to turn you away from the truth. There's something she doesn't want you to see. I think you already know you have to look at it.
Hold yourself together. We're no strangers to effort. We can push this back down. Something might do us in eventually, but I'll be damned if that something is a thought.
Huh. Gaze at the hatred in her heart. Bury it now, before it's too late. I'm not running away. Wait, this goes up or down? No. I'm gonna gaze at it.
Please, don't make us remember how we were.
She's bipolar.
And just like that, you start to fall apart. Right, she really does hate us, and we hate her. It hurts thinking about us as separate things, but we're separate. We can't hate ourselves. I love me.
Yeah.
We never got to see the end of that fight, did we? And we can't both be winners. One of us has to beat the other, right?
I have a thought.
I don't want to remember what it felt like to be killed. It was so much nicer when it didn't feel like it mattered.
And yet you keep remembering.
You remember the loathing and animosity you've shared with the princess, the pain and the anger and the betrayal. And you start to remember something else, too. You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. You can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be.
Maybe bygones can't be bygones. I don't know why I ever wanted to share a body with you, of all things.
Ew.
It's like my very soul reeks of yours. That was horrible. This is better. Finally, I'll be able to hurt you like you deserve.
Interesting. Interesting.
I wish I didn't have to.
Some division, when sown, can never truly
Some
be mended.
tears
A
never
cavernous
mend.
gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were. A cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows your body whole. And then you find yourself, blade in hand, exactly where you need to be. At the center of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
I have an idea.
Kill me then, if you hate me so much. Just get it over with.
I have an idea. Okay. What if our hero and the princess are actually supposed to be together, but they've separated us and told us that we hate each other, that we're supposed to kill each other? What if the narrator is evil? What if he wants to control? And what if we would bring balance? I don't know. Something's odd by both. All of this is so strange to me, but I'm starting to not trust the narrator because every time she gets mad at us, it's hard to explain.
This doesn't feel like a fight. This isn't what I wanted. Where's the victory in this? Well, this should be easy. If you're sure about it. I mean, what's the point of being king of the hill if there's no one around to be better than? We'd just be sitting on a hill.
Do we have to do this? You have to. You know you have to. You devious little bastard. If you think I'm going to let you free her, you have another thing coming. And that other thing is... we'll just have to wait and find out when it happens.
Just ignore him. What's he gonna do? Lecture us into submission? He can talk all he wants. He's weak, thinks he can boss us around when he doesn't have any authority. We're clearly the ones with authority around here, so we can do whatever we like.
I don't like the idea of just stabbing her in this condition. I also don't trust that killing her is the answer. There's something else at play here.
You're tired, aren't you? No, I'm not. I'm... fine. Whatever.
Picture of my pumpkin on Discord. Amelia, always stabby. Less convo, please. Are you trying to tell me what to do too?
Cut the princess down from the roots that bind her. I hope you're happy. Good luck getting her out of here.
I didn't think you would do that after everything. It's so cold without you.
And she died anyway. We showed mercy and she died anyway. But you don't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went. And I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. The narrator is gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
If they think it's bad, I'm with them. I'm begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
Silence as you reach for... Look at us! This is why I'm confused by not listening to the narrator. Because, first of all, look at our cursor. It matches our finger here. Are we really the good guys here? And why did he say all humans would die if she was released? We're not human. It's very twisted. The body. It's you. Oh, it came out great. I won. Oh, I was kidding. I was kidding, Sunflowers. I was making a joke because I keep telling the narrator, so I hope you didn't take it seriously. I want to know what we look like. That's why I want to look at the mirror so badly. I want to know what we look like. You're all alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin? Well, I don't see the cabin. Oh, hi, girl. You are at the cabin. Approach her. Oh, look.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Well, you can be good even if you are some kind of... I know. The reason I didn't say we were bad, I'm saying they kept mentioning humans. But we're not human. So that's why I'm just like, that's why I'm not trusting a lot of what the narrator's saying and what the princess is saying. I'm taking everything with a grain of salt. And welcome in, Lightstyle. Welcome in. What are you? The gift of the fragile vessel. Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there. Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Interesting.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Huh. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I don't know. The solitary light? What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
Okay. What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Okay.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is like a shadow of me, a memory of what she used to be, bound to the wounds of distance and time. She will make for a scarred and beautiful heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Huh. Is this the end of the
How
world?
can the world have ended if we are talking?
Good point. Let her out of there. Do you know about the world beyond this place? Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
So this isn't the... Okay. But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of it? I'm so
You
confused.
speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Well, sure. Do you know about the worlds beyond the place? Do we know each other? What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Interesting. I was sent to slay the princess.
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Huh.
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
This is strange. How much will I forget? How much more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm not going back. I think progression is here. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
What?
You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Okay. Chapter 1, the hero and the prince. So we go back to the beginning.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I just got an award that says Slay the Princess begins now. So I guess the game starts now that we know everything?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
You can skip previous scene dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard. Oh, thank goodness. Hold on. Yeah, it's skipping. I've already seen all of this. At least I think it is. It says skipping up here. I just want to go up to the cabin. Yes, I'm enjoying it.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Wait. Oh. Okay.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice.
Who's there?
Well, that's different.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
I think I need to move my head. Ooh, not that. Not that. Okay, hold on. There we go. There. I think that's better. Alright.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Her voice is different.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Her voice is different this time. What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nah, huh? I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. It is. Everything about her is different.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Hey, Retro Bob.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
That's cool, Retro Bob. You and Lord of Salt just were playing all the Castlevanias. It's popular this year. What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Slay the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
What?
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurts!
What?
Though she's unarmed, The shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first
She's strong.
bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
She is strong. Finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either.
I guess not, Dr. Volt.
Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right.
Third wall broken.
Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Yeah, that was a tough one for you, Salt. That was a tough one for you.
Oh.
She is a tough girl. Art style
The
is
two of you
beautiful.
fall to the floor.
This was fun.
She enjoyed it.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder. Do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
And you die. Chapter 2, the adversary. What?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And you're here to slay her.
I'm hitting tab.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. I'm getting terrible deja vu. Wait, hasn't... Okay, here we go.
Terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
It is a different
You know
title.
I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
It's alright, Light. We like to try to keep the chat and my dialogue. I try not to say bad words. I just think there's better words to use.
That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
I don't know now. This is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing literally just happened.
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. Like I said, we've just met for the first time, you and I.
No, I don't think so. This is like our 5th time or 6th time. How many times is this now? Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this did really happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Nope.
We did our best with the information we were given, and we did kill her. And yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations, you've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Fiddlesticks, fudge, all that stuff, yeah. Fiddlesticks was what we used to say. Fudge is funny because with the Christmas Story, when they're doing the tire and the little kid throws all the bolts in the air, like all the little nuggets, and the guy loses his timed tire chains because he liked to time himself, and the kid did not say fudge. I love that movie. He is sassy.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
It sounds like Groundhog's Day to me.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Yes.
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
Best line in a movie that's so historic. You used all the glue on purpose.
Ugh. Enough with the talking. We've got a fight to win. Nothing else matters.
Voice of stubborn.
I couldn't agree more. The cabin and your destined confrontation with the princess awaits.
Okay.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
The voice of stubborn. Where'd the hero go?
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
See? Even the cabin has the right idea. Let's get moving.
There's a board down here. Why? This is a stone room. They said stone, yet there's wooden boards on the floor.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror. The whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. The world is depending on you.
Well...
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward
Look at our
and rub
hands.
your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago.
And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
What's the mirror thing? I feel like...
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I want to know what the mirror has to do with any of this.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
He sounds like Wolverine, doesn't he, Dr. Volk? Stubborn as Wolverine.
Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Fierce.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
Oh, interesting.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
And now I see Wolverine every time. Thanks, Dr. Volk.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
Why can't we do both?
As you descend the final step,
Oh.
the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
She has horns and a pointy tail this time, and hoovened feet, looks like.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Yeah, it does. She beat the mess out of us
it's
that
you
time.
again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
I hope you heard all that, Mr. Narrator. This is a lot different than the last time, but last time definitely happened. You looked different, so you do remember me. I think we're going to throw some shade at the narrator.
Okay, fine. Let's say for a moment I believe you. For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke, and beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened last time.
You didn't have to dismiss us.
Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
I like throwing shade at the narrator. You look different, so you do remember me. I'm actually here to free you. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight you, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first, like how we're both still alive. I haven't decided what I'm doing yet. Attack the princess. I don't know what happened to you since the last time we met, but I am not fighting a giant demon lady. Bye. He's bouncing. Turn around. Okay, I think this one. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight you, but I think the two of us have things to unpack.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done.
Yeah, but why?
Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Is that what we want?
Couldn't have said it better myself.
You look different.
You look exactly the same.
That's interesting. What do we look like? So you do remember me.
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
So you don't remember us from before?
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
What if we say we're not here to fight, we turn around and leave? Because she wants us to fight. But if we leave, then what? We've not tried that yet. Huh. And it's funny. Giant demon lady. Turn around and leave without saying anything. That might be more hurtful than this one. She wants to fight. It's almost as if she does die, we get to repeat this. But if we leave, then what? What if we don't fight her at all? What if we don't give her what she's wanting us to give her?
Oh, you've got another thing coming if you think you can just turn around and leave.
Oh.
As you step towards the stairs, you hear the heavy creak of straining metal, and then a snap. She's loose. You have to make a decision, and you have to make it fast.
Okay, team, what are we thinking? Turn and fight her. Dodge to the side and counterattack.
As the princess barrels towards you, you do your best to maneuver between the tight walls of the basement.
You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last.
This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her.
Die is an option.
She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
But what are we? We're not human.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
The princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
How disappointing.
She squeezes, the pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull, and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter.
Well,
Everything goes dark,
and you die.
and you die.
The Eye of the Needle, Chapter 3. This is such a
On a
fascinating...
path in the wood. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there.
Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive.
Hunted.
We died because you didn't have enough of it.
So what? You'd have us cower in a corner?
No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive. Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included.
She killed us last time anyway.
Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning?
Sorry to disappoint, what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met.
You sure?
It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin, see this through.
This is different.
It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason. We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you.
I like the hunted. You haven't talked enough about how different this place is. I wouldn't even call these woods. It's like her influence has poured out into the world. What if I don't agree with the plan? What if I'd rather do something else? No matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers are in the cabin. We might as well see this through. Silently proceed. I'm done with this. Bye.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you...
No last advice for us? No words of warning?
From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind.
The music.
I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis.
Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us, something to chase.
They're lowering their voices, making the music louder on purpose.
The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight, more of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Always a pristine blade.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. See? We have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space is out there. Take it.
But there's no way forward. There's a mirror at the end of the room, and that's it.
Maybe it'll go away again. For something to go away, it would have to be there to begin with. Let me assure you, there's no mirror here. The only thing at the end of the room is the door to the basement.
I don't think so.
No use arguing. Mirror or not, we need to be there.
The why we pick doesn't matter. I agree with the freak. Let's get a move on already, and worst comes to worst, we can smash it.
We can try to survive without our steel claw, but you've marked us as easy prey. You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it,
There is no door.
as if you don't see it. You're rather committed to the bit, aren't you? The door's right there, it's right in front of you.
It's not there.
This really is just like last time.
It smells of nothing, yet it's still there.
Smash it.
You bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. It swings open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Why am I not surprised?
It was in our way, and now it's not. That's all that matters.
I didn't grab
Before
the
you is
blade.
what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Goad her. Rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
Dead certain. Everything inside of me screams for it.
Interesting.
We need to get closer. She needs to see us to give chase. You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. Remember every crack and crevice. You'll need to be faster than her.
Faster than her. So we're gonna run?
You turn to face what lies at the end
She's
of the
not even
narrow
trapped
tunnel.
this time.
The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness. Her face droops.
There you are. But this time you don't even have that little knife. Do you think this is a joke? Do you need me to break those fragile bones again to remind you how serious this is?
She's bubbling, hot with rage. We can't get close if we want to live.
Not having the knife upsets her.
She's hungry for us. I know I said this earlier, but I really have to stress how thin of a razor's edge you're on right now. We know. The only way out is through the eye of the needle.
And we're going to win.
We'll need the steel claw. Grab it as we leave.
Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend.
She's huge.
Run.
We run.
Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
She is bigger.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
Oh.
Good.
Ooh.
You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same?
An interesting sentence. I know what I am. Why can't you be the same? This is why I'm not believing everything that I'm seeing and hearing. There are little sentences here and there that have me wonder.
Steel claw, now.
Without missing a step, you grab the blade from the altar.
So you do want to fight me? Good.
We're almost there.
Don't think
About almost. We're there when we're there. And we'll take the fight with us.
Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass.
Oh, she's
Glance
so
back
big.
at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over. So get it right.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge? Then show me! Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head!
Okay.
Do it.
Okay.
Be swift, strike true, be where she's not. Let your body move you.
Okay. Are you sure you want to do this? We're free now, and out here, I have the upper hand, but we don't have to fight. You've fallen right into my trap. Okay. Option 1. Option 2. 1, 2. We have been. Do we say that, are you sure you want to do this? This is us talking to her. We're free now. And out here, I have the upper hand. But we don't have to fight. I know she wants to fight, but we also have this one. You've fallen right into my trap. What do you guys think? Number 1? She definitely wants to fight. I feel 2 is the way too overconfident. Alright, so let's do 1.
The princess scoffs.
Free? This is just another place. This is just... What is this? Where are we? This doesn't feel right.
Oh, we're confusing her.
It's cold. Why is it so cold?
Uh-oh.
I feel so tired.
Uh-oh. We... The blind leading the blind. Free someone that doesn't want to be freed. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memories return.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
That was interesting. Of course, we're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. That thing reeks of death.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. I'd like to be somewhere nice.
Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again.
Wolverine just wants to fight. He needs to find his Deadpool. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. The bloat. You've grown. You've grown. We've grown? You find yourself in a long quiet once again. It's funny how it's doing that to you, isn't it, Light? How the game makes you start to rethink what you thought before. I love it. This game is really fascinating. She doesn't look the same. You are at the cabin. We found more of her? Oh,
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
yeah, you are.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
So she's growing, like we're growing. Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer? That's
I'm
a good...
sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
Well, I actually have a saying, don't ask me questions you don't want answers to. It's a very good thing to say to somebody. When you know your answer is going to upset them greatly, you can always say, just prepare yourself. Don't ask questions you really don't want the answers to. Most people decide to back out.
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
So are we recreating her? I'm so confused about what's happening. What does it feel like to change like this? When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
You are weird. She's got horns in this version, and look at her hands. You know that at the end of this, once we've finished, I'm going to kill you, right? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? Don't look at him, Kristen. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met, thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
That's a good point. What do you want me to bring you next time? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I feel things will be. What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them.
The vessels are a weave of emotion at odds with themselves, but they are only perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
The way this creature talks. Do you have any thoughts on the vessel? How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
The task of finding my vessels is your burden to carry.
Why? Who are you? Do you have any thoughts on the vessel? Do you guys have any questions you want to ask her, or do you want me to go back? When I go back, this is the only one I'm interested in, and I think I am going to go
Those
back.
paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Interesting. That makes sense. Yeah, I think so, Light.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Ah! I think maybe so.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path,
Okay. We don't need to go through all of this. We're just going to go to the cabin. We'll do that.
that's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of
I think this
dust.
time we're not going to
The
talk
only
at all.
furniture of note
We're just going to go down
is a plain
and just...
wooden table. Perch the blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's see if that happens. We'll grab the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay. The door to the basement creaks open.
Oh, we didn't get to hear her.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
Her voice is sweet again. Maybe this time you could let her go free. Oh, yeah. Maybe we could.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Let's try
There's
that,
a heavy
actually.
chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
What happens if we free her? And we don't...
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
What if we go against the narrator or the narrative?
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What if we say no? Still your nerves. I'm just here to talk. What? No way. Why would you ever think that?
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hand
I just want to see.
and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Yeah.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed.
Yes, we
We'll
did.
be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Look at her. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. A relationship? Are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Do we? I don't think so. I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Do you know why I'm here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? How long have you been down here? There's people...
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
Yeah.
She is. I'm sure of it.
I think if we don't bring the knife down, we might be able to... Maybe we can become friends? I don't know. I'd like to try that one. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her. Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous?
Deflect. What are you going to do if I let you out? I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure they have a reason. No.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Slay the princess. I'm getting you out of here. I'm gonna try that and see what she says. I'm going to keep you locked. Yeah, we're gonna see what happens, because we didn't do this one last time. Even though she's a little bit threatening, maybe this will soften her. I don't know. We're gonna see.
Oh, you have to be kidding me.
He's making me mad.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
What? Okay, that's fine. Whatever.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
OBS, why are you being stupid? Hey, let me out. Try the door.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
So someone's locked us up in here. See, we're being played by something. Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom?
Yeah, exactly.
Easier for everyone.
Not me. I'm everyone. I'm a part of everyone, am I not?
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Okay, she's starting to ease up.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
Oh no. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
We're gonna save the princess. I want to know what that looks like.
Against your better
Oh.
judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
She doesn't even seem to matter to her.
She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm?
Right?
It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Right?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
There it is.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
What? No!
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
No!
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
I don't trust you.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
I think that was her only option,
Her
honestly.
face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
You did that to us, narrator. If you just let us leave, we wouldn't have died.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in
Exactly.
the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of...
Okay.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all.
I don't think so, buddy.
Don't
There's
forget what he
something
did to
so
us the last
strange
time
about this
around.
person.
I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Well, the narrator wouldn't have let us leave. I'm pretty sure she killed us and then herself. Otherwise, we wouldn't be in the loop. She seemed to want to help. Something doesn't fit.
You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Get back how I trust you. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did already happen. Let's do this. Let's just proceed to the cabin. We're not taking the knife this time.
She will lie.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Did you just say wink out loud?
Now we're skeptics.
No, I didn't. Wink.
I didn't wink.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
I am. Something's not fitting. Wink.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls and thick, wrought iron
wonder if
bars
the narrator will
barricade the
let
windows,
us...
reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
Will let us go down there without the knife.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade
Wink.
perched on its edge.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
Definitely did not. Does a mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should.
There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
I think you know what we have to do.
Why would you lie about this? What's the point?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Preening myself.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You
It's
reach
gone.
forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
What are we?
But it was there a second ago.
And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back. I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
Are you sure? What if she, I don't know, turns it against us? Which I'm bringing up in a purely hypothetical manner.
Yes, I'm sure.
Turns it against you? She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her. Which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world. Okay, I'm trusting you.
Hey, don't I get to say here? What's the big idea?
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go.
Wonderful. You do exactly that, sweeping the blade from the table before proceeding.
I didn't want to take the blade.
Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it. No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Sorry.
Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Okay.
Does she remember us?
Yes. Is she a beast?
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the
Oh
princess. She
my.
looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall?
I have.
Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
I was thinking that same thing somehow.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just going to leave her here. Leave the princess in the basement. Sit with her. We're going to sit with the princess. It has to be.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Okay.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit where you were told to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
This is interesting because the font is the angry font, but it's the sweet voice. Should I move my head again? Maybe down here is better. Maybe. My intentions, what do you mean? I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that? What happened after I died last time? What other chain on the wall? Who is it for? What would you do? What would you have me do? I think I'm just going to leave you here, actually. Okay. What would you have me do?
Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
That's ominous.
But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing.
Oh please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Yeah. You were asking about my intentions earlier. What do you mean by that? I have been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
Interesting.
First you make a comment about having been here before, and now this. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
It's complicated things how, exactly?
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
A contingency for what?
For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Huh.
If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably.
I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
That's pathetic.
I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
Groundhog Day.
Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
So you need me to accept that you need to lie to me so that you can get me to do what you want me to do. Sounds like the government.
I won't.
Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
We're not daydreaming, we're having an internal argument as we fall into madness. You were asking about my intentions. What happened after I died last time? It does.
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them.
Interesting. That's what I thought happened, pretty much.
And now you're back.
Exactly, Dr. Vogue. I'm from the government, and I'm here to help. So I stab you in the back. And now, we're back. Okay.
Is that really all she knows?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
The other chain on the wall, who's it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
You realize that I have as much reason to distrust you as you have to trust me, right?
I do. So I guess this all comes down to which of us caves first. And it's not going to be me.
Caves? What do you consider caving? Trusting you or not trusting you?
I'm extremely patient.
It's probably better if we take action anyway. No use trying to wait her out. That's playing to her strengths.
Inspect Shackle. I keep hitting the wrong button. You were asking about my intentions. I'm not giving you my weapon. I'm not giving you a weapon in case you've forgotten you'd killed me with the last time.
But sure, let's talk about what happened. Because what happened is exactly my issue. The last time we met, your body tried to kill me.
Well, but I didn't.
If you take a moment to imagine yourself in my position, I think you'll understand why letting you near me with that thing is untenable. So, be a good bird and hand it over.
No.
And if being nice isn't enough motivation, well, I think you're aware that I'm not afraid to resort to violence. If you come near me with that thing, I will strangle you with these chains.
She doesn't beat around the bush, does she?
Why should she? We've tried to kill her every time we see her.
Yes, it's almost
Sort of.
like she's a fundamentally bad person who wishes to inflict pain on others.
I don't believe that.
Or it's another bluff.
No hard feelings, of course. But you should be aware of my position.
You're the one in change. If anyone should be in the negotiating here, it's you, not me. Okay, I'm trusting you. Give her the knife. If you want to leave, I'm going to be the one with the weapon. Deal with it. If that's how you're going to be, then I guess I have to do this. You're a don't give up now, then I have no choice but to slay you.
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
Yes, it is. We found the thumbnail.
Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
I have to slay you. You're the one in change. If anyone should be... Okay. If you want to leave, I don't know how we can get her to leave. I think I'm just going to leave you here, actually. No. What happens if we show her trust and give her the knife? I'm gonna try that.
Slide it over.
I'm gonna try that.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you?
Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world. Right? Oh, or he tried to take over her body.
Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you?
A little. I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
No.
Watch. We're gonna
You close your eyes. That doesn't stop you from hearing every grisly detail. The splitting of skin, the wet mulching of severed veins, the grinding of metal against bone.
Sorry.
I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
So that's her plan.
Killing herself?
We don't know that she's dead yet. We're not even watching it happen. She could just be faking those sounds.
And then, finally, you hear a snap and an uneasy silence. There is a slow and fleshy tear. Hard to fake that. This is worse than watching.
No, it's not. Thank you, Dr. Falk. It's not worse.
Yet our eyes are still closed.
Yeah.
Finally, there's the soft thud of something roughly head-sized bouncing against the floor, and the clattering of chains as they drop along with it. I think you can open your eyes now.
Okay.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
We didn't do that. She asked for the knife.
The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
We didn't die this time.
Huh. So I guess that's it. What a way to go. But she is gone, isn't she?
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of
Yeah.
course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
I don't have one.
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that.
All behind us.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of a reason. She's left us with this dangling thread, and I need to know why.
I think I do.
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
Leave the basement and claim your reward, or take the princess with us. Reward, princess. What a weird combination. How can they say that it's a reward?
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
She didn't. She's dead. But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
Talking heads. Free a prisoner.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already... over? Is he gone?
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
I think every time that happens, we made successful choices, but I don't know. But you do not get the chance to... Because we go back
She's
to
gone.
the...
Where did she go? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay.
This doesn't feel right. It feels
But
different.
we progress.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
Silence. As you reach forward, they've gone once again, and the mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You're withered. I didn't get to see what that was. I didn't get to see what that achievement was. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once
Oh, thank
in
you.
more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Interesting.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. How can you stand to be a contradiction? It doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
I just want it all to stop.
It will, in time, but you still have a ways to go before we are done. Know that I hold no malice for you.
This is fascinating. Okay, you know that at the end of this, once we're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? I don't know that we will. Do you know what happens to the world we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Have you figured out what you'll want when you refinish? No. What do you want me to bring you next?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
Haha!
My joy is in seeing what you choose.
Aw.
There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and tells me new secrets.
Fascinating. Have you figured out what you want to do when you finish, so you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me. And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Interesting. Okay. How many vessels do you need to bring you? Okay, I have figured out. Okay. I think I'm ready to go back. Do you guys have any more questions for her? You know that at the end of this, once we finish, I want to kill you, right? What do you think of this vessel? Oh, that's a good question.
This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart.
Interesting.
Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
Have you figured out what you're... Okay, no, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Okay, so ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Every time? Yes, I think that is it. I think that is what that means. Bring the prisoner's head to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path...
Okay. As much as I hate to do this to you guys, and to myself, to be fair, I'm going to have to end this stream now because I've got to get to bed. I got to work in the morning. I don't want to stop. This game has captured me in a way I didn't expect. I just want to find out what's going to happen. Like, what's going to be the end product? When we get to the end and we finally finish making, I guess what Light called the Princess Goddess. Yeah, she was a skeptic like me. The game is fascinating and smartly and brilliantly done. So we return to this game. If you guys like it, let me know. And I will make sure that we return to this game and not just have it be like a quick play where I don't ever return to it again. Every choice you make, she mirrors the choices you make. So when you're stubborn, she loves the thrill of the fight. When you're an optimist, so is she. When you're a skeptic, so does she become, hence the mirror. Yeah, I was picking on that too. It's like, that's something that I said earlier. It's like the personalities come out by the choices that you make. And I'm just trying to be as true to myself while still going outside my boundaries, just to see what choices would be if it was something I wouldn't choose. You become an English teacher. But the game is intriguing, to say the least. It's brilliant so far. So yeah, I will return to the game if you guys are enjoying it. Excuse me. And try to find out what happens to the princess when we get to the end of this journey. I do not trust the narrator. I don't trust the narrator. I trust the narrator less, and I'm trusting the princess more somehow. And so that's fascinating to me, because at the beginning I trusted nobody. Her, the narrator, none of it. I came in there just kind of figuring out what it is. And the more the story progressed, the more I didn't trust the narrator, and the more I started trusting the princess. I don't know. The game is really making me think. I don't know what you guys are doing, but it's really making me think, and I love games that do that. So with that, everybody, I hope you've all had a Halloween that is brilliant and wonderful and amazing, and that you eat so much junk food that you are sick to your tummy, and that you enjoy the joys of Halloween and the goofiness that is Halloween, and to not take yourself so seriously. And with that, everyone, I am going to end the stream here. I have enjoyed it thoroughly. Thank you all for being here. I've enjoyed having you here on this Halloween, even though we didn't finish the game, which I guess we'll try again. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. It just depends. I've been feeling really exhausted lately, so I might take a break tomorrow just to chill after I get off work rather than streaming. But well, I'm going to play that by ear. And so I will be seeing you guys Saturday for Luigi's Mansion if I skip tomorrow. I'm glad you stayed too, Dr. Volk. This is a very intriguing game. Very smart. And I like smart games. I like games that make me think. Those are my favorite games. The games that really, like, dig into my psyche. And this game definitely does that. It's very brilliant. So with that, everybody, I love you much. Have a happy Halloween, and be safe out there, everybody. And I will see you in the next one. Maybe tomorrow, but if not, I will definitely see you on Saturday for Luigi's Mansion. Or maybe this. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. Love you guys. Oh, and I promise to post my Halloween costume in the community post tomorrow. All right, guys? Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Stay safe, and don't get your sick tummy with candy. Bye, everybody. Love you lots. Woo. Stop streaming. And it was very nice to meet you, Light Style, by the way, and welcome to the channel. I hope you subbed, and I hope to see you soon. All right, now I'm ending.